Subscribe with iTunes, Audio Boom, Stitcher, or your favorite podcasting app. And if you enjoy what you hear, like us on Facebook. Also, consider throwing a little cash our way by visiting patreon.com/KoreaFM. And find more of our great content on our home on the web, KoreaFM.net. To prepare for the upcoming 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics, South Korea is investing in both infrastructure and athletes. And one sport in particular has been making headlines for its addition of foreign-born players.
My name is Kwan Choi, and I work at the Korea Ice Hockey Association as an international coordinator, also a team manager for Korea national team. So far, the 2016 World Championship, we have 6 naturalized players, 5 from Canada and 1 from USA. So the first step is that we have to get approval from the Olympic Committee. Then Olympic Committee recommend those players for the passport. So this is the procedure for the passport. And then after they get a passport, then we contact the International Federation for the player eligibility. Then they can play. They still have their own passport. Korean passport is kind of addition. But we consider 6 or 7 is the maximum number of the import players. Because other, for example, Japan, when they prepared the Olympic in Sapporo or Nagano, they had 7 or 8 naturalized players. So we thought that maybe 6 or 7 would be the magic number, because even though 22 players playing, even more than 10 players, we can't say this is a Korean team. So not the main reason, but we want to have maybe 6 or 7 as a magic number.
I also spoke with one of South Korea's foreign-born ice hockey players to find out how he came to not only live in South Korea, but also be training to represent the ROK in the upcoming Winter Olympics.
My name's Mike Testwuide. I'm from Vail, Colorado. I currently play in the Asian Ice Hockey League for Anyang Halla in Anyang, South Korea. I'm also a member of the Korean national ice hockey team, where I play right wing. I played professionally back home for 4 years, and I didn't like where my career was headed, and I needed a little bit of a change. I was looking at Europe, and then this deal came up in Asia from my agent, and I couldn't really turn it down, and I'm really excited and happy that I made that kind of leap of faith and came to South Korea. I played for Anyang Halla for 2 years, and I had 2 really, really good years. And the head coach of the national team asked me if I, would want to go ahead and pursue getting a Korean citizenship and ultimately playing for Team Korea and hopefully, representing Korea in 2018 in the Olympics. So first, I met with the Korean Olympic Committee, and I think that was the big test was their input in recommending me to the Ministry of Justice for citizenship. So I think it is under an exemplary status, but I had to do some rigorous interviews and sing the national anthem in Korean and write my name in Hangul and answer, a fair amount of questions about Korean history and, using as much Korean as I could in the process.
While the decision to come to South Korea has successfully resulted in him gaining dual citizenship, Mike Testwuide describes his original choice to move to the ROK as a, quote, leap of faith.
The initial move, I think, turned a lot of heads. And, on my part, it was a pretty big leap of faith. I had never been to Asia and definitely never been to South Korea. So I really didn't know what I was getting into on the, the cultural side of things, the day-to-day life side of things. I really had no idea. And my friends and family, they were supportive of anything I chose to do. And, they've always been supportive of me in my hockey career. So it wasn't too hard of a sell for them because, they just wanted to be with me no matter where I went. And actually, a lot of them have visited Korea, my mom, and a lot of my family members and friends. And they love it. And now I think that they've been there. They're fully supportive. supportive of me being there once they actually saw, how good my day-to-day life is, and, just how good Korea is and how well they treat us. It's a lot better than a lot of people would think. I play with these guys for 8-9 months out of the year. I don't just play with these guys on the national team. These are the guys that I'm with day in, day out, every single day at the rink. When I play for Halla in the Asian League, it's the same guys. So, a lot of people might think that I'm just with these guys for a couple weeks a year doing national team stuff, but I'm with these guys every single day. So, the team dynamic is definitely there, and we build it all year long. Great chemistry with the guys, and I have 5 other Canadians and myself, so that helps kind of with a little bit of the language barrier we have with the other guys. It definitely, we're allowed to communicate, and we have a great relationship. So the team dynamic is great, and I've been part of, the World Championships last year was my first tournament, and we won the gold medal. So it's kind of, we've had a lot of success as a group, and we expect big things for sure.
And despite the language barrier and other disadvantages members of South Korea's Olympic ice hockey team now face, U.S.-born player Mike Testwuide says he's optimistic about their chances when South Korea hosts the Winter Olympics.
We're going to be a group of guys, who are together for, 3 or 4 years all together, and no other national team in the world really plays together on a full-time basis, kind of like we do. So, that's a cool dynamic that we have. And as it comes to results in the Olympics, I'm not going to put any, numbers or goals or expectations on us, but I know we'll be competitive. We'll skate with everybody. We won't be out of place, and we're going to be a respectable team on the ice for sure.
I'm Chance Dorland for KoreaFM.net. This episode is brought to you by Podcast Assist, offering voiceovers, audio editing and mastering, transcriptions and show notes, episode summaries, and even hosting a podcast on a topic important to you. Visit Facebook.com/Podcast Assist for more info on their flat $30 per hour rate. Talk radio, music, and podcasts from the Korean Peninsula. KoreaFM.net.